Welcome back, everybody. I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
And today we have the first tasting of the New England IPA.
Okay.
Now, this one, I was still dialing in my system when I made this. So
Your new system. Newer.
Yeah, newer system. If anybody remembers from the brew days, my first brew day was the pecan brown ale. Mm-hmm. And I used the pump and the Blickman Therminator.
Okay.
And, thinking that I could almost do it the same way, I tried to use it so I didn't have to lift the pot of the mash water, and do all that. I used the pump and stuff to pump it into the mash tun.
Sure.
And, well, it didn't work. Because my the barb coming out of my mash tun is 3/8 instead of 1/2 inch, and I tried to rig it, so I could get it to go in there. So I lost a lot of heat on that. So I actually had to heat up more water to get my mash water up to temperature.
All right.
So on the second one, I bought fittings to make everything correct. And I thought, well, it's still kind of cold out, so I bumped my mash temperature up so that way when I got it in there, that it would be correct. It was hotter. So then I had to use like 10 pounds of ice to cool it down. So that's what happened there. Now, this one has a ton of Citra in it and all that. If you guys... Obviously, if you watch the Brew Day video, but just to go over a little bit, this has 2 dry hopped additions.
Okay.
Okay? So 3 days after, when fermentation starts, is the first dry hop.
Okay.
And that is with an ounce of Citra, an ounce of Mosaic, and an ounce of El Dorado, I think. Because I think you're supposed to use Glacier. I can't remember, but it's not in season. It's a New Zealand one, so our seasons are off, so I couldn't get it. So El Dorado was the next closest, so that's what I got.
Well, I got good news for you. I'm actually growing Glacier.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think it's Glacier. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that was a New Zealand one, but
I'm pretty sure.
We'll go back and look.
Yeah, but what I wanted to do was obviously when you put it in a New England, you want to do it when that yeast is working so it scrubs all those hops and you get the flavor. And so I put it in a sock or in a just a regular muslin bag, and it floated, which obviously I knew it would. Yeah. But I wanted to see, because if you do regular pellets, by the end they're sunk. Yeah. So I wanted to see if all that mass would sink it, and it didn't.
Right.
So I might have lost some flavor from that.
I wouldn't think too much, though.
But then the second one, I used more marbles. I put 4 marbles in there.
Just dropped it down.
And it actually brought it up to the top. It wasn't heavy enough.
There's a lot of... Yeah.
So, but though at first it did. It sunk, and I left a lot of room in the muslin bag. Like, the bags were like this.
So you can let them expand.
Yeah, expand. And it did drop the first day, but then it popped right back up. So it might be off a little bit, but very white head. We are getting some peaks in there. Lacing's good, about a 1/2 finger. It's cloudy, but it's not as cloudy as I think it should be. I can
see I can see silhouettes.
Yeah, I cannot see through it.
No, it's like a little lighter than Oberon.
Yeah, but the funny thing was, when I transferred this into the carboy, it was like bright orange. And I was like, oh my God, it's going to work. Because I didn't do anything with my water.
Huh.
I didn't tamper with it, nothing. And I was like, oh, it's going to be perfect. And then once fermentation was done...
It cleared right up on you.
Yeah, well, it was clear, and it was like a straw, like a light yellow. It was almost like a pale ale, like a standard pale ale. But now, obviously, it's coming out like this.
Slightly hazy.
So, smell?
Yeah, that's there's hops in there. Whew.
Like, I'm getting some pine, a little bit of juiciness, but it's not coming out like the tropical, to me, is
Right.
not coming out. But
I get a little tropical, but you're right. It's
not as, I mean, there's like, what, 5-6 ounces of Citra in here?
God, yeah, man, that smells awesome though.
Well, okay, taste.
It's not as bitter as I thought it was gonna be.
No, because all the hops are dry hops and, flame out and all that. I think it's kind of thick.
It is. I wonder though if it's because it hasn't been in the keg long enough for the carbonation to make it kind of feel.
Oh, well, it does
smell.
have wheat.
Oh,
It has oats. It has a lot of that kind of stuff in it.
it's good.
So, yeah,
It'd be a good beer.
yeah.
Probably expensive beer.
Yeah.
You're talking about all the hops you put in this thing.
Well, I did buy a pound of Citra.
Okay.
Because I was like, what's the difference if I have to have like 6 ounces at like $2.50, $3 an ounce? Why not just buy a pound and save some money?
Mm-hmm.
So, but what do
I'm
you
sure
get out
you'll
of
use it.
Yeah. What do you get out of the taste? I think it's more juicier than the
It is.
smell.
Yeah, it is. I think it's surprising because I get the piney like you were saying, but I smell that tropical. But when I drank it, I didn't get any of that pine.
No.
Like none of it.
None of it at all.
There's almost like it's very mellow.
Yeah.
I do taste the tropical, but as far as like the malts go, it's very mellow.
Yeah.
What did you use for malts? Do you remember? Was it mainly two row?
Two row. I think it was 5.5 pounds of 2-row, 5.5 pounds of Maris Otter.
Okay. I like Maris Otter.
But to me, it's like it's all on the back end. Like there's nothing up front. It's like there's juiciness, fruity, maybe a little bit of citrus in the back, then gone. It's carved. But,
No, it's good though. I mean, the smell, the taste. What's funny is I think you could give this to like one of our friends and not tell them it's an IPA. I think they'd like it.
yeah, they wouldn't have any clue.
Right. Just because it's not super bitter.
Yeah. But the funny thing I want to do now though is mess with my water profile and see how much it changes it.
And it will.
Because I could tell you right now, I would brew this keg after keg after keg and just be fine with this.
Sounds like experiments to me. So let's get the water profiles going and start adding some salts and chalk.
I would probably have to go with a 4.25 on this one.
Yeah, it's really good. I'd like to have it when it's more carb too, just to see if. Well, I'm wondering too, will it smell different?
Yeah, with all that carbonation in there.
But then it'll just be interesting to see what flavors come out. It's still very good beer.
Yep. Cool. So that'll wrap up this review of the New England IPA. Until next time, I'm Brad.
I'm Steve.
Happy brewing.
See you next time.
Thank you for watching this video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Leave me a comment down below to tell me what you thought about this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe and share, and hit that bell so you know when new videos are coming out. You can check out these videos over here. Also, head over to 31stbrewing.com for everything beer and home brewing related.